Mr. Vice President.
Mr. President.
That's right.
Wait, was that all of them? Hey, Cloud, do you see that?
Here.
Thank you.
Biggs is alive? Holy crap! Ooh!
Marlene?
Coming! Daddy?
I'll come back.
So, what now?
Sephiroth. Long as he's still out there.
I thought you beat him.
We can. We will. Count me in.
If it's to be a hunt, you could use a nose like mine.
I'm in too. Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he? An enemy of hers is an enemy of Avalanche.
Almost there, Cloud. We're almost there.
I miss it. The steel sky.
I would be lost, drifting alone,
The unknown journey will continue.
up high.
Well, I guess that's it. That's Final Fantasy VII, the remake. And what do I think about it? I think it was a blast. It was a definite step up from the combat system in Final Fantasy XV. I will say that there are a couple of gripes that I have, which is a lot of the boss fights have a simple design. You stagger the enemy, and then you beat them up, and then they go to the next stage. The thing is, when I stagger my enemy, I can't capitalize on it, and the boss goes to the next stage and has a completely zeroed out stagger bar, and that's so frustrating. It's either I'm too slow building it up, or it's just some fault of the mechanic itself, where it doesn't recognize that I haven't quite capitalized yet. But then again, it's doing that so I don't take off too much HP. But the boss fights last long enough, I don't think that should be a problem, in all honesty. But it is what it is. I'm not a very experienced gamer as far as this game is concerned, so I don't really know how to build up stagger very quickly and then capitalize on it. And there are people who play this game on hard mode when they unlock it. Me? Not for me. Not gonna do that. I'm just gonna enjoy the game as it was and move on. There are a couple of things about this that I'm not sure were in the original. I haven't played the original, but I'm pretty sure someone would have told me there were weird Dementor things in the original if there were. That would have been a thing that I would have known about. So I feel like that's new. And Cloud's flashback things do not make any sense to me. Unless he is also kind of capable of communicating with the planet and seeing a possible future. Because he has a connection with Sephiroth and, stuff like that. I don't know. That's a complete mystery to me. But yeah, the mechanics, they're fun. I quite enjoy them. I hate not being able to capitalize on my staggers, but some of the later bosses I could, so it was okay. Hey, Max Middleman is Red 13. Holy crap, he's got some range, my dude. Wow, I would have never known. At any rate, where everything went from beginning to end makes total sense. It's like the setup. It's the classic anime setup. You know, kind of like Gurren Lagann, where they thought the big enemy was the guy in charge who prevented everyone from living on the top side. And then they beat him. And they realized that, oh, actually, he's not the big bad guy. There's a much bigger plot that involves the entire world. So we started off with this whole thing in Midgar where it's taken down Shinra, and then Sephiroth steps in because they have connections with Sephiroth because that's where he was made. And then it reveals that Sephiroth is actually the big baddie and he's gonna try and end the world. So, yeah, that actually makes sense. I feel like this game is gonna be maybe another half? I don't know. I think there were, how many discs were there? 4 in the original? And there were 3 story arcs, maybe? I'm not sure. I can't say for certain. But I want to say, if they don't finish it within the next game, it's going to be a 3-parter. I think 4 would be far too much. But yeah, I hope that the second game gets us even further and we can see how that one ends. Oh, there's Aerith and her flower. There's Barrett. Cloud. My boy Wedge. His fate is still left to be unknown, but man. Jesse really got worked up, and Biggs, I'm surprised he lived. That's kind of cool. I thought he was, done. I didn't think I would be nearly as broken up about Jesse dying as I was. I broke down real hard. And as much as I love Wedge, my initially, oh my god, he died, I was more like disappointed than sad. But when he was back, I was very happy. But then he disappeared again, and now I'm frustrated because I don't know what's gonna happen to him. I know he's just a side character, but I like him, okay? He's a person that I would consider a friend in real life. He's a good guy. He's got a good heart. Also, I gotta really appreciate Cloud's journey in all this. He comes back home. He's no longer a soldier. He hasn't seen Tifa in years, and he's trying to learn how to interact with people again. Yes, he's distancing himself. I think that's something of a defense mechanism. if you will, to prevent him from getting hurt. Because, wait, did she just kiss him? What? The heck? I don't remember that. Okay, then. Where was I? Oh yeah, a defense mechanism that prevents him from getting hurt if he gets too close to people. Because I think that's the one thing he's afraid of most. Losing people he cares about. And at first it was, you know, where's my money? But then it just kind of became he involved himself in this. Because it had to be stopped. And I think that's what he initially went to become a soldier to do, which is to stop bad people from doing bad things. I guess he got disappointed because that wasn't what he ended up doing, and he decided to leave. I'm still a little curious where Shinra is in all this. Is it really just corporate greed, or is there more to it? They do have some ties to a military. There's this thing about Wutai, and they don't like Avalanche, but Avalanche is only their enemy because Avalanche involved themselves in destroying their reactors because they believe it's stealing energy from the planet, and they're not wrong. But yeah, I wonder. I do know that they were planning some sort of Neo Midgar. So maybe there's something more there. I'm not sure. I love the music. It's so nice and serene. And I love Aerith. She is so sassy. I've always known Aerith to be like this really sweet girl that you're supposed to really care about. But I like that she has this little bit of like spunk to her. She doesn't really care what other people think, and she kind of just like rushes into things. And the fact that she was all like, so what, he sucks, that was so funny to me. I don't know, I know it's gonna happen, and I don't know if I'm gonna be in defense mode and I'm just gonna become mute and not feel anything, or if I'm going to get hit real hard, like when Jesse died. I still don't know. I grieve differently than most people. You know, people in real life, when they die, I think the reason I don't cry is because it hasn't hit me yet. But then sometimes I'll think about them, and then I'll realize that anything I had with them I can't have again. Then that makes me very upset, and then I really break down. So, I don't know. Fictional characters have a stronger impact on me. But I think that's because you spend so much time and you're always in the moment when it happens. Most of the time for me, I never see it happen. The connection's there, but if I don't see it happen, it's not real. So I think that's just how I defend myself from grief. Or maybe that is my way of grief. It's hard to say. I know I'm getting like super personal about death and stuff. Honestly, I would really hope that no one my age or younger than me ever has to deal with someone that they love dying. So I know that this is really out there, but if you've had a loved one pass, I'm very sorry, because it's not easy. And they weren't a fictional character, they were real, and you know, their presence in your life is something you're not going to have anymore. You know, with fictional characters, you can always go back and enjoy what they had to offer. Fan fictions exist, AUs exist, you know. And since it's all fiction to begin with, you can do anything. So, yeah. I know that was a really long tangent. Just, you know, because I'm talking about what I think is going to happen in the future. No, what I know is going to happen in the future, but rather how I think I'll react to what I already know is going to be set in motion. I don't know. Are they going to give me more alone time with her? Are they going to show more of her in the next game so that it really hurts when it happens? Because right now, we've only got a small taste of who Aerith is. We haven't really built that connection quite yet, or I feel that we haven't. There was that cute moment where they were talking and walking, but I didn't really feel a big pull just yet. I got to like her more for her spunk and her sass. But that's, you know, usually in the heat of the battle and all that. I'm looking for more like sentimental sort of getting to know her thing. We got a good bit of it near the end, but then it kind of gets drowned out by all the fighting that happens immediately afterwards. I don't think we've spent nearly enough time with her yet. So, who knows? I may react very, very poorly. Like, I might just be completely mute and feel, I don't know, cheated out of a good cry? That sounds so dumb. But the thing is, I haven't seen it before. I haven't seen it before because I haven't played the original. I just know it happens. There's movies where, like, you know, like a certain movie with the dog where everyone knows that the dog dies, and I'm like, well, now I know the dog dies. But then when I watched the movie, at first I was like, okay, what's the big deal with the dog? I'm not really getting that connection to it, and neither is the main character. But then when it happened, I was so overcome with grief. And you know, there's movies that I've seen time and time again where a character dies and then it still hits me. So I just wonder more about myself than anything else. But also, where's the character building gonna happen? How much of it are we gonna get? That sort of thing. I know I'm rambling a lot about the thing that's gonna happen. So maybe I should talk about something else. The final boss fight. Good God, did I hate it. I like the little 3-stage bizarre thing that happened before, but the fact that if you lose to Sephiroth, you can accidentally pick an option that forces you to fight the Bahamut thing all over again before you can fight Sephiroth, which is frustrating because that's an extra 20 minutes out of your life that you're never gonna get back. And if you get really upset, then you lose a lot. But it is what it is. The Sephiroth fight was admittedly quite hard, and it probably should be, because Square Enix in the past has a particular habit of making final bosses kind of a joke, where they're more time-consuming than they are difficult. Or at least that's the case in Kingdom Hearts bosses. So, Who knows? Well, that's also the case in Final Fantasy X. It wasn't really hard, it was just time consuming. So I hope you enjoyed me sort of flounder my way through this game. There are some moments where I did really excellent. Looked real clean and like I knew what I was doing and I was actually good at the game. And then there's other times where I struggle bust real hard. So take it for what you will. Hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you next time. So until then, stay tuned.